Right here on the screen, you can clearly see that the standard Excel file is being automatically converted into detailed pivot tables, dynamic charts, and a highly professional dashboard with just one simple click of your mouse. On the screen, you can see that the Excel file is being converted into automatic pivot tables, charts, and a professional dashboard with just one click. This is not a normal Excel trick. This is pure Excel VBA magic. No manual pivots, no dragging charts, no inserting slicers. Just run a single VBA macro and the entire dynamic dashboard is ready. The real magic starts from here. I gave ChatGPT a proper prompt and ChatGPT generated a complete error-free VBA code for me. Now, in this video, I will show you step by step the exact prompt I used, how ChatGPT provided the VBA code, and then how, by running this code in Excel, this entire dynamic dashboard was created automatically. If you want to just write a prompt and have Excel automatically create a dashboard, then make sure to watch this video till the end because this skill will take your Excel game to the next level. I will provide the link to this prompt and the Excel file in the description so you can download it and practice along with me. First, let me tell you about the prompt and also explain who this is for. If you want Excel to create dashboards from a prompt, watch this. This skill levels up your Excel game. I've linked the prompt and file in the description for you to practice. First, I'll explain the prompt and the source sheet. This sheet has 1 year of data across 500 rows, including employee ID, item, region, sale date, and amount. Now, here is how I wrote the prompt for the exact VBA code. I started with, you are an Excel VBA expert. I have a workbook with a worksheet named. I also specified the name of this sheet as data. You should also give the sheet this name, and the sheet must be named data for the macro to run on it. Then, I told it about the headings: employee ID name, item, region, sale date, sale amount. After that, I mentioned that this data has 500 rows and I asked for a complete error-free VBA macro for it. I have carefully instructed how to write the script. First, check if there is already an existing sheet named pivot table or dashboard within this specific file, and if so, delete it immediately. Then proceed to create a brand new worksheet and rename it as pivot table. Next, you must create a comprehensive pivot table using the PivotCache and ensure that you make all the subsequent pivot tables following this exact same structural pattern. Then, carefully create 4 distinct pivot tables on that sheet and name each of them accordingly to match their data. The first pivot table, which will be the B2 cell, should be created so that its row field contains the region and the value there should be the sum of the sale amount. Its name should be PT region. In the same way, I have specified the names for pivot table 2, pivot table 3, and pivot table 4, and I have also indicated which value should be kept in which field. After that, I specifically instructed the system that you should add the data field for value fields, and you must strictly avoid using the .pivot fields sale amount function. It is absolutely essential to document these specific details so that it is properly and thoroughly instructed on how to use the fields inside it. To ensure consistency across the entire workbook, all pivot tables must use the same pivot cache, meaning that all the pivot tables should have the same type of pivot table cache. The pattern that will be used should be the same. Then I told it to create a sheet named dashboard and insert 4 column charts on it based on the pivot table. I also specified their names and headings all the way to their positions. Then, for the second chart, third chart, and fourth chart, I specified their locations and positions as well. Then, each chart must be a clustered column chart, and they should also have titles, show data labels on them as well. Then, as the 7th step, I told it to add 1 slicer for the field region. I haven't inserted a timeline on it yet. Because the timeline gives a bit of an error inside the VBA code, it becomes a bit difficult to handle. That's why I will manually insert the timeline later on. I have written, do not add any timeline so that no timeline is inserted here either. I have also mentioned that the macro should work properly on all versions, 2016, 2019, and 365, you know. I will copy this prompt and check it. I will go to ChatGPT, paste it into the Ask Anything field and run it. You will see that ChatGPT will generate a VBA code for me. I will copy that VBA code and show you how to insert it into my sheet, and within seconds my dashboard will be ready. When does this become necessary? When you have to do this every month, or you have to do work like inserting charts, inserting pivot tables. These are quite time-consuming activities. To avoid this, we will create and keep this VBA code ready. So whenever we get that data, since I have already converted it into a table and I also need to name the table. In the prompt, I named the table ABC, so I will first press Ctrl+T to convert it into a table, and then it has now been converted into a table. This new Table Design tab that appears indicates that my data has been converted into a table. Now I need to press Alt plus F11, which will open the VBA window. The VBA window will open. From here, I will press the Insert tab and then click on Module. Then I will go and paste my code here, and after that I will close this window. Now I have to run it. But before that, let me tell you one crucial thing. The data you have and the file you want to save, you absolutely need to save it as a specific macro-enabled type. If you don't save it like this, then whenever you decide to open this file again, the VBA code will not be able to run properly on it. It will simply give you an error. So please make sure to save it in this format. And after that, you can use it again and again without any problems. The way to use it repeatedly is that if you get new data, you should delete all the data from row 2 to the end and then insert the new data in its place. The data will be inserted into the same table, and the VBA code that we have generated will be applicable to it. It will be applied to this data as well. Now I will run it. To run it, I go to the Insert tab, insert a shape here, and assign the macro to it. I will click on Assign Macro, select the macro that I have created, and then click OK. Now as soon as I click this button, you will see that there are currently no dashboard or pivot table sheets created. These sheets will be created automatically within seconds, and the dashboard will also be generated automatically on top of them. Look, I carefully clicked the button right here, and the confirmation message immediately appeared stating, Dynamic Dashboard created successfully. When I do this, you can clearly see that my brand new dashboard has been fully created. And then, on top of that, you can observe all the various widgets and data points loading in real time across the entire screen. This is a slicer. It is with the rest of the charts. There is no link. I will right click on it and select Report Connections from here. In the window that opens, I will check the boxes for the other favorite tables and confirm. Now this slicer has been applied to all the charts. See, as I click, all the charts are moving automatically. Now we need to do a bit of formatting on this. You can format it however you like, depending on how you want your dashboard to look. I wanted to show you how you can create a dashboard in seconds with VBA. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe.